Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and the beautiful predictions. Bill unleashes, Fury and Brooke revels in smug. Victory bold and the beautiful weekly prediction talk about. Bill Spencer, Don Demont, being on a rampage. And Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang being oh so smug. We've got predictions for Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. For Nick Marone, Jack Wagner. For Bill Spencer, Don Demont, and Grace Buckingham. For Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye. And also for Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, and Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda. Let's get right into it. Our very first prediction, Taylor is horrified that she is not getting hitched. So this week, Taylor tells Ridge that Brooke has a future, but it's with Nick, not him. And Taylor also tells Ridge she's not taking off her engagement ring. As you know, we shared the leak from the Italian magazine weeks and weeks ago. We had it translated and shared when Brad Bell first let all this slide. Last week, Brooke Logan fell off the back of a boat, and Ridge dived into the water and swam, I don't know, a quarter mile out to get her. It was kind of ridiculous how far away he was from the boat. Also, can Brooke really not swim? Anyway, Ridge went from CPR to putting his tongue in Brooke's mouth and told her that he was sorry he took her for granted. It would never happen again. He vowed to make things right while kissing and cuddling her. She was all smiles because she got what she wanted, and that she's been fighting for, to be fair. But once again, Ridge bounced from one woman to another without warning the other woman that he was waffling. It's the same old thing with him and Brooke and Taylor. Meanwhile, Brooke looked delighted. There's a spoiler photo from the week ahead with her and Katie Logan, Heather Tom. Brooke looks like the cat that ate the canary. She knows she beat Taylor and got her man back. So Ridge has got to come clean to Taylor that he is getting back with Brooke, and this time it's really over for the two of them. Ridge is going to say he's never leaving Brooke again. Taylor, however, isn't ready to take off the ring. I think she's going to have a serious case of denial that will then turn to horror, because Ridge promised Taylor and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, both he wouldn't do what he is doing right at that moment. Poor Taylor really thought things were different this time, but Ridge is about to break her heart again. And we all knew it was coming, right? Alright, our second prediction. Nick is furious. He's telling Brooke next week in LA it isn't over between them. He heads there to follow her. He says he still loves Brooke, and he pulls out an engagement ring and proposes. Nick was ready to propose in Italy, and Eric Forrester, John McCook, did all he could to intervene. Then the boat went bonkers, and he tossed Brooke into the sea, and Ridge played hero. Nick looked like an idiot, but he's not done yet. He follows Brooke back to LA so she can make an even bigger idiot of him. Nick wanted Brooke off the merry-go-round that Ridge has had her on for decades. But the simple fact is that's the ride that Brooke wants to be on. I don't get it. Ridge is no prize, but the heart wants what it wants. Of course, Brooke is going to turn Nick down flat when he pulls out that ring. I doubt he is going to take it well. I expect him to be furious. He may have some things to say to Ridge for playing with Brooke's heart. I wouldn't be surprised if Nick gave Brooke an ultimatum. Something like, this is it. Choose me or we're over for good. I will not ask again. I don't want to be on this ride anymore either. Of course, it doesn't matter what Nick says. Brooke is going to stick with Ridge. Now, what I'd really like to see, if I'm being honest, is for Nick and Taylor to leave town together in a huff to lick each other's wounds and flipping middle fingers at the people that have broken up with them. I doubt we would get something that fun, though. I'm sure it's just going to be a oh, and Taylor's crying and Nick's mad, and that's it. Our third prediction, Bill Spencer, Don Demont, destroys Grace Buckingham. In the preview for next week, Bill says that B is going to pay, except he says the word. I'm not going to say it. YouTube doesn't like profanity. Next week is not a pretty one for Dr. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech. After coming clean to Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, he lunged at her with violence in his heart. Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, has manhandled her, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, slapped her. I will say I've seen some angry commentary on soap social media about Grace as a black woman being surrounded and threatened by 3 white people no matter the reason. People are particularly not happy that Hope slapped her on Bold and the Beautiful. I will say, in terms of history, that Hope slapped Flo Fulton, Katrina Bowden, the woman who helped Reese steal her baby Beth. Still, I kind of thought Hope's physical attack was over the top and maybe not justifiable. But a lot of fans are calling the whole scenario racist. I feel like Brad Bell's pretty tone-deaf all around on issues like that. So, Take it for what you will. This week, Grace has more confrontations ahead. Although Friday, she said she would turn herself into the police. Next week, she's back at work. Bill hears the ugly truth from Liam about the drugging and faked cancer and the $1 million scam, and he goes ballistic. Bill is livid the week ahead and vows to make that bee pay. I'm certain he's going to try and destroy Grace personally and professionally. Bill might go up to the hospital to threaten Grace, and this won't be pretty. Our fourth prediction. Brooke and Ridge formally announce their reunion. Brooke turns down Nick's proposal next week, and Ridge tells Taylor the ring on her finger doesn't matter anymore, because he is back with Brooke, and he's not going to let her go again. Once Brooke and Ridge have had these hard conversations with their other lovers, then it's game on, and Brooke and Ridge should publicly announce their reunion. Brooke's not going to slow up. I doubt Ridge is going to care too much that he publicly humiliates Taylor, because he didn't care when he was publicly humiliating Brooke. Let's be real. Ridge is missing a sensitivity chip. So many people are going to be celebrating the Bridge reunion and rubbing it in the faces of those they dumped. Katie Logan, Heather Tom, is going to be gleeful. She was already kind of up in Taylor's face last week about Brooke, so I don't think she's going to have a problem salting the wound. Donna Logan, Jennifer Garrice, will probably tell Taylor, "I told you so. Now pack your crap and get out of my house." Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, is going to be happy for his Aunt Brooke. I can't imagine Taylor sticking around to stare at Brooke and Ridge getting their happily ever after. I also can't wait until this fall when Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, is back to see her reaction to Brooke and Ridge's reunion. Our fifth and final prediction, Lee and Sheila conspire. Next week, spoilers have Sheila asking Lee why she saved Luna. Sheila has suspected for a while something was off because Lee would never answer her questions about where she buried Luna or scattered her ashes. Then Sheila saw some of the meds that Lee dropped and thought that Lee was doing drugs to cope with the grief. But then Sheila did some stalking as I suspected. She would, and she found Lee with comatose Luna. Next week, Sheila wants to know why Lee did it. I think the grandmas are going to find out they're on the same page from there. I'm guessing Lee's going to tell Sheila, "Please go away and let me take care of Luna." But Sheila is not going to go for that. I'm guessing she's going to remind Lee she used to be a nurse and will want to share the caretaking duties with Luna. It will be hard for Sheila to explain to Deacon Sharp, Sean, Kanan, where she's at for hours a day because Sheila can't tell Deacon the truth. He despises Luna. He'll hate to know that she survived. Now that Sheila knows the truth, Lee won't have much choice but to trust Sheila and bring her in on it or risk blowing her secret. The storm clouds are gathering over Los Angeles, and this time they're not just hovering over Forrester Creations. They're swirling directly over Bill Spencer's head. Dollar Bill, calm and collected for far too long, is about to detonate like a dormant volcano that's been simmering in silence. And when he erupts, no one will be safe. Not his enemies, not his allies, and especially not anyone who dared underestimate him. At the center of Bill's earthquake-level fury sits one infuriating truth. Someone has crossed him, and they think they've gotten away with it. But Bill Spencer doesn't lose. He plots, he waits, he strikes, and when he does, it's swift, brutal, and unforgettable. Whether it's betrayal in business or heartbreak in love, Bill has reached his breaking point. Rumor has it that someone has played him, maybe Katie backing away again, Brooke running back to Ridge, or even Poppy with her mysterious past. Bill's heartbreak is curdling into rage, and he's ready to make an example out of everyone who ever doubted him. He'll storm through LA like a man reborn, not the doting father, not the reformed lover, but the ruthless stallion of Spencer Publications. Contracts will be ripped, empires will be flipped, and if someone thinks they can talk him down, good luck surviving the glare of those Spencer steel blue eyes when they turn cold. But as Bill reloads his arsenal for war, another queen is polishing her crown. Brooke Logan.